So today we're going to be talking about two things. So the first one is something that's been trending on social media called the flippening. And this is incredibly interesting because what is happening this time is very similar to what happened to SHIB in May this year. And we have some very interesting statistics from Google to show you guys. And the second thing I want to talk to you guys about is the 1 cent math, the 1 cent dream that we've all been talked about. I also mentioned this in the previous video. We're going to do an updated math calculation with all the things that's happened to SHIB in the last couple of weeks. And then we're going to have a look at how feasible it currently is and what it will be like for SHIB going into the future. I just want to preface that there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be covered in this video. Stick around to the end because this is going to be very, very juicy. We'll be giving away $100 to a random subscriber to kickstart their crypto journey. To enter this giveaway, simply like and subscribe and comment your favorite crypto in the comments below. So in the last day also, I've seen the flippening being mentioned on Twitter, and I've seen articles popping up as well. And this is better put in the words of Del Crypto in this tweet here. Rumors starting to swirl in the crypto sphere that SHIB has potential to break top 10. And then it gets interesting as its surging potential could flip ADA to become a top 3 crypto. And being the absolute nerd that I am, the first thing I did was go on CoinMarketCap and look at the market cap of Cardano at the moment. It is currently sitting at $69.5 billion. Now keep this number in mind because this is going to be important for later on in the video. And in addition to this, I was browsing investing.com and I found this very, very interesting sentence which triggered this video. So if we scroll down to this article, it says here, according to Google Trends, we can see that SHIB's popularity score in May sat at 100. Now in October, the score is at 99. This is another indication that a new all-time high could happen any minute. So for you guys who went around in May, this is what happened in May. So it started off at this 171 and then popped up to 3,500. So essentially went 20-fold in the month of May. And this obviously sparked a lot of searches on Google. And as a result, we saw a score of 100. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm just really bad at using Google Trends, but right now what I'm seeing on my screen is a score of 62 for SHIB, but it is nonetheless climbing. So I'm going to be watching this pretty closely now as well, but right now I'm not going to believe that the score is currently 99 until I see it in front of my screen. But what we can be certain of is that SHIB is definitely trending, and I want to investigate how feasible it will be for SHIB to hit 1 cent and whether it is possible for SHIB to take over Cardano as a number 3 spot on the crypto market. So round 2, this is the second time I've done this. So right now the circulating supply of SHIB is roughly 395 trillion tokens. And SHIB initially started at 1,000 trillion tokens, but half of which were given to the co-founder of Ethereum, and he subsequently burned the majority of these, and this is the number we're left with. So I have this number right here. I'm going to steal that and I'm going to pump it into this easy calculator. So the market cap, if SHIB was at 1 cent, will be roughly $4 trillion. And now for reference, the entire crypto market cap is at roughly $2.3 trillion. Now, if you think I'm going to stop here, you're dead wrong, because as most people would not know, this number is actually not accurate. Now, to show you guys what I mean, if we look at CoinGecko, we can see that the circulating supply is at 500 trillion. And if we go to CoinRanking, the circulating supply is at 600 trillion. The only reliable source that I have found in terms of tracking SHIB burns is this Twitter account at SHIBburn. So none of the major cryptocurrency websites actually reflect the amount of circulating tokens left in SHIB. So that makes things a little difficult to calculate. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at the integrated burn mechanics that SHIB has currently built or is looking to build. We're going to look at whether it is feasible to hit 1 cent this year or in the next 12 months or over the next 5 years, and also where the burn mechanics would essentially place SHIB in terms of its current crypto market. There are currently 5 burn mechanics integrated within the SHIB ecosystem. So the first one is every time a pairing gets listed on ShibaSwap, 50,000 USD is burned, 25 in SHIB and 25k in leash to simply list the pairing on ShibaSwap. We did a video earlier in the year where we talked about what is potentially possible if ShibaSwap becomes as large as Uniswap. Here's the video now. So this is just a little thought experiment for you guys. So what I have here is I basically tallied up the average amount of new tokens that is being listed on Uniswap. I've also removed the suspected scammed tokens in this list as well. And I have an average anywhere between 10 to 15 new tokens listed per day. And if we take the lower end of this number, which is 10 new listings per day, we're going to have 500,000 or $500,000 burned in SHIB every single day. And now if we extrapolate this, 500,000 across 365 days will be $182.5 million in tokens burned per year. Now, what does that mean for the average investor? So $182.5 million is going to be the figure that I'm going to be using for this thought experiment. The second one is the Shiboshi's NFT, where you have to pay $100 to change the name of the NFT. And if everybody were to change the name of their NFT, you'll be $1 million immediately burned in SHIB. So assuming the NFT project is a success, I'm going to add 1 million to the annual monetary sum burned for SHIB. So we're now sitting at $183.5 million. And the third method for burning SHIB is the now payment, where a percentage of the transactions are made in SHIB will be burned to the SHIB wallet. We also covered this in a previous video, so that's out here. So in terms of utilization, e-commerce occupies in 2020 around $4.3 trillion. There is a large amount of cash being sent through the sector, and if SHIB can just capture 1%, if 1% of the e-commerce stores in the world checks out using SHIB, that is essentially a $43 billion year industry in terms of capturing payments. Now, we've yet been given the details as to what percentage will be sent to the SHIB wallet, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to assume 1%. So at 1%, that is $430 million that will be burned in SHIB. And so this brings our running total to $613.5 million annually. And number 4 is a project that Del Crypto have teased us that he's looking to do. And number 5 is just community burns. Now, before we move on, you can support your favorite crypto projects such as SHIB, Ethereum, and more by getting your own physical crypto coin to add to your collection. You can find a link in the description. Now, we think that our assumptions here have been very fair, but in case you disagree, we're going to be even more conservative. We're going to exclude future burn projects that SHIB will obviously implement. So our running total is at $613.5 million burned per year. So at the current price of SHIB, $613.5 million will equal to 20.45 trillion SHIB to be burned over the next 12 months. So now if we come back to the calculator, I'm a bit lazy, so I'm going to just change the 9 to a 7. So it didn't really make that much of a big dent in the SHIB market cap. So in 12 months, we will see a $3.75 trillion market cap, which is still larger than the entirety of the crypto market. Now, what about over a 5-year period? So I'm going to drop this to a 2, and this will be back to a 9 because 20 times 5 is going to be 100 trillion tokens. So the market cap is going to be roughly $2.9 trillion, which at this stage is still larger than today's crypto market cap. Now, there's one thing that I want to add is that we've been pretty conservative, and also this is going to be 5 years into the future in a rapidly expanding industry that is cryptocurrency. And as we have shared on our Twitter earlier today, right now the global adoption for cryptocurrency is only at 4%. So in 5 years' time, I will not be surprised if this number is more than 10%. And this year we've seen a high of cryptocurrency at close to $3 trillion. So by a 10% adoption rate, I would not be surprised to see a close to $10 trillion market cap. And if this does indeed happen, it will not be unfeasible for SHIB to be sitting at a $2.95 trillion market cap. So early on in the video, I talked about whether it was possible for SHIB to flip ADA and cement itself in the top 3 spots in the cryptocurrency rankings. And if we continue to see SHIB integrate more burn mechanics and also the cryptocurrency market moving in the same direction it is currently going at, I think it is absolutely not impossible for SHIB to be ranked the top 3 crypto markets, given that it could be worth $2.5 to $3 trillion 5 years from today. Obviously, a lot still needs to happen, but right now we're in good hands and we're currently making good progress with SHIB, and we are currently making and hitting our targets and hitting our goals. If you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter because I'll be retweeting some of the information that I'll be using for videos while this is being recorded. And obviously there's going to be interesting information out there, and I'll also be tweeting a lot more frequently in the future. Leave a comment called beanie in the comment section below if you want me to wear a beanie in the next video. That's all from me, guys. As always, take care. We'll catch you guys next time.